just realized that my stopwatch has been going for like a million seconds.
That's
crazy. That's a million seconds too long.
Why'd you even turn it on?
I think I did it last episode because I tried to see how long we've been going on my own without having to ask you. So
It's been going since last
Yes.
episode?
Yes.
What is the time?
I already cleared it. I don't know.
Oh, you...
I'm an ass.
All right, someone can do the math in the chat.
It's been a few weeks. I, had my yearly brush with death. Yeah,
Who tried to kill you now?
the flu or walking pneumonia.
I was pretty sick before 3. I was pretty sick like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a cough and a sniffle.
I had something like really light, but like cough drops like fixed it in like 2 days. So
Oh, no,
I'm
I
really
was
grateful
dead.
for that.
No, I was sick as shit. I had
Yeah.
like the night before Thanksgiving. I had like 102 fever at work.
Oh God, no, thank
Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. I was like,
I'm still like not fully recovered, but here we are.
Yes.
Welcome back,
We made
everybody.
it.
Hey.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
I know so much has changed.
I know.
Christopher is a whole year older.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a whole year older. I dyed my hair blue. Dyed my skin blue. I'm doing a whole blue thing. Blue man group trying to audition to be the 5th.
Like the blue
How many-
curacao.
Nah, isn't there only
No,
3?
don't bring the blue curacao up. I'm not sure. I'm not going for the inside
Good
blue.
God.
Jesus
That you got? I don't know.
Christ.
Did we talk about that on the show?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
What episode was that? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but you
remember.
showed like a picture and I was like gagging.
You showed us your shit.
A picture is worth 1,000
It was-
words, and so is 1,000 words.
God.
oh, you're talking about the blue? Oh.
Yes.
Blue
Oh my
milk.
Goodness.
See, Rib knows. Also, welcome today's guest,
Yes.
Rib.
Where this is
Famous
coffee
Wonder
time.
Time Theater.
Coffee time theater.
Yes.
This is Coffee Time Theater. We got
Yet
the
another
whole shebang.
collaboration.
Yeah.
Coffee and Scream and Wonder
Took
Time.
the popcorn teleporter down.
We took it down, and it's fucking cold here. I was like, actually, who gives a fuck? We should just go back up.
Speaking of popcorn buckets,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, popcorn.
You want to just get into it?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna preface, and then you're gonna tell me the story, right?
Sure. I mean,
And then-
it's not really a fun story.
No, but the steal and the whole last minute and all all that shit.
The
Guys.
kismet. It was really just meant to be.
It was meant to be.
We were meant to
Guys,
be
copyright. So guys, I don't know if you've heard of a little movie called Nosferatu, coming out this Christmas, directed by Robert Eggers. In terms of newer directors, one of my favorites. Everything he's made, I love. I love The Northman. I love Lighthouse. And what was the other one he made? Not Good Time. The Witch, of course, The Witch. And they, Nosferatu's coming out in theaters, and there was this limited run popcorn box. And I feel like all the popcorn box bullshit hype started with the Dune one.
I feel like it was a little bit sooner than that, but yeah,
What- what-
Is that the one that looked like a fleshlight?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
gosh.
no, what do you think? I mean, I know popcorn buckets existed before that, but I'm saying the hype and the memes.
I feel like the hype for it was definitely the Dune bucket, but I feel like
You're right. I thought something was gonna happen. I was like, what?
I'm burping here. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Jesus. Okay.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was a little bit before that. I can't think of any buckets before the Dune. Maybe the Deadpool.
Either way,
There was a Deadpool one, right? Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom line.
Stone Cold said it.
I'm a huge fan of movies. I like movie collectibles, and when you tell me something's exclusive, I'm like, okay, let me jump on this. I don't know if you guys can hear this.
I can hear it.
The bag just ripped.
Yeah, we can definitely hear
it.
it.
On one side, you dingus.
It was like a sleeve. It was like a cellophane
The bottom
sleeve.
blew out of it. I'm not even kidding.
That
Guys.
is impressive.
What I'm holding right here in my hands is a limited edition Nosferatu sarcophagus popcorn
so
bucket.
pretty.
And you can test this if you guys want.
I would put so many things in that.
Yes.
Look at this. In the words of Adam Sandler, you can put your weed in here.
I mean,
Apparently, that fits a large popcorn. And I'm like, no,
That doesn't.
that fits
No.
like maybe too large.
Yeah, right. That fits like one medium popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually very surprised by the quality of this.
I would put
It-
crochet hooks in that.
what we're looking at is a gray, and like maybe
put
the
makeup in it.
slightest green sarcophagus, and it's metal. It's textured. It was almost like it was 3D modeled, maybe or something.
I probably 3D modeled, yeah.
It'd be cool if it had little hinges on the end.
And
to,
it's
like,
full
carry.
of rats. Look at
Oh my god.
Look at the back side.
I love it.
Oh my god! So when you look inside the coffin, guys, I'm not even kidding. We'll post pictures on the Twitter. You know, you got the top half, and then the bottom half, you just see a slew of rats, and on the bottom, it has the logo of the film
Look how
in the
beautiful
font.
that
That's a
is.
great font, by the way.
That's so
That is-
beautiful.
Beautiful.
And now, Rib, what is the story with how many were left, and what was the?
Oh
cost?
yeah. So I've been calling for the past 2 weeks to see when these would be available to purchase, because I saw a review about them and I was like, I need one. So of course, us doing Wonder Time Theater, I was like, I need to get one for both of us. That way we can, talk about it on the show.
Put your Barbies in there.
I
I
keep
can see what the quality is too.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I call all the Regal theaters nearby where we departed today, and there was only one that knew anything about these popcorn buckets.
What?
Yeah, and they said they only had 16 of them.
That's crazy.
What?
And I said, "Listen, hold like 2 for right now.
Hold the SAR.
Hold 2." So I called yesterday and I was like, "Hey, are you guys able to sell the buckets?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, I'm working, but I can come right after work." So after work, me down the Parkway to the Regal Cinema, and I get,
into the back room.
I know. I get there, the door's fucking locked. And I'm like, these motherfuckers.
They're like, ha ha.
These motherfuckers.
These
so
liars.
I finally see somebody walk behind concession and I knock and I'm like,
Did you write help backwards in the frost?
yeah. I'm like, hey. So he opens the door. He's like, I called. Are you Frank? He was like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait, I was asking. I thought he was asking you if you were Frank.
No.
I wonder who's gonna play Frank in the movie of this.
For real.
Oh my god, yeah, this could be like Detroit Rock City.
He kind of looked like Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew Butt McConaughey.
Matthew but
Matthew Butt McConaughey.
but McConaughey, not
Yeah, not Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew.
another famous Matthew.
And I'm like, all right, I'm here for the popcorn buckets. So 20 minutes, I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, and he comes back and he's like, oh, we closed the POS system, so I can't sell them to you.
You're
fucking
POS.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, bro,
Nice try. Rev up those fryers.
100%. So today, while I was working, I asked my boss, I was like, yo, I need to get out of here at 7 o'clock.
Was your aunt sick again?
I got a popcorn bucket with my name on it.
She told you this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, listen, need to get out of here at 7. I need to pick up popcorn buckets from Regal.
I would
And
fucking chew you out.
she starts laughing. She was like, why are you picking up popcorn buckets? I was like, listen, you don't understand. I need these popcorn buckets.
There's 3 left.
She's like, you fucking nerd,
So-
get out.
Get the fuck out of my sight.
me down the Parkway again, 20 minutes.
Causes a massive pileup for
So-
fucking popcorn buckets.
For a sarcophagus.
I would throw up.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I get to the movie theater and I was like, hey, I called for 3 of them. And he was like, these look really cool.
He's like, actually, I can't sell them to you.
I would have punched them. But I bought 3. One for me, one for
That was an amazing tale.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Awesome.
God.
It was. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, wait, he might not get them. But then I remembered that you have them
I
here.
have 3 of them, yeah.
See, I thought he was gonna cut and run and say, fuck it. and
Imagine the
just
guy's
come
like,
straight
like,
here.
we have to do it like a shady deal. Look, I'll meet you in the bathroom.
yeah.
Go to the
Six
third.
Semper Tyrannis.
Go to the third stall. They're gonna be in there.
The one with the hole in it.
Yeah. After I'm gonna pass the popcorn to you.
Oh, good. I'm starving.
Oh my god.
That's the glizzy hole.
Finally, they start giving you full meat at theaters.
I needed it for
Glizzy
my
hole's
desk.
I'm
diabolical.
sorry.
I need it for my computer desk because now I'll have that and
Right.
Elvira. And,
Right. You can keep tissues and lotion in that thing.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
Plenty of room for both.
Come on. With a U. But this is not baby sized for the record.
All right. Yeah, okay. Okay. You could. We could definitely put some sort of animal in that. Or never mind. Never mind.
We'll believe it. We'll believe it.
Okay.
I've been on a rabbit hole of police body cam videos.
I love
as of late,
those.
And I just watched one today, and this guy, he got arrested. And the police were like very familiar with this man, like as a preface.
Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Already is
and
Is
he
it a Walmart video?
no, he was
those
he
are
was
great.
he was caught because he broke into a famous footwear and then a pet store and left and let all the animals free. He was wearing a fursuit and he like stuffed the gerbils in the pants of this fursuit and then he
That's
broke
not what he-
into and then he broke into a Roosters, which is like a restaurant chain in the state.
Is it
And
like
then
Hooters?
he was sleeping outside of
Cock
a
of the
Big
walk.
Lots. And he was sleeping outside of a Big Lots. And that's how they caught him. And his name, Matthew Pancake.
How is this not like a bigger story? How do we?
Right? And it was so fucking funny because in the body cam footage, they were like, are there any more gerbils on you, Mr. Pancake? Mr. Pancake, get on your belly in the name of the law. Are there any gerbils on
He's
you?
like, I'll tell you where there's one.
Was it real?
This is real.
And I think people are more worried about the Luigi case and
Oh my God.
the drones.
Yeah,
I
no, I
love
was telling him
the
about number
Luigi
286.
Free Luigi.
No, like people that are photoshopping this guy into like fake alibis.
Dude, it's so
It's
good.
so it's like, oh,
It's
it was so
phenomenal.
fun meeting up with my friend Luigi from 6 a.m. to wherever
6
on
Yeah.
yeah for
That is
margaritas.
pretty funny. That is pretty
They're
funny.
putting him
Kebab
everywhere.
minute.
It's insane.
I saw one
Sans
and they were
kebab
like,
minute.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one and he was like at the park with like some girl's kids. Like,
yeah, it's
They're like our friend, Vinny helped us with merch and bring instruments in and out. And
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
Oh, like a roadie? Like he was
Yeah.
a roadie?
oh boy.
Interesting.
free him. He ain't do shit wrong.
And these drones that are being seen everywhere.
have you seen them? I haven't.
I haven't seen them.
I haven't
My
seen
dad did. My dad did, but
I
then
haven't
again, he could have also been making that up.
Yeah, I haven't gone like out to the shore to actually take a look.
I don't
Because
know.
maybe from your own house with all the tree coverage and light pollution and all this stuff, maybe it's hard to see. But I've been. It's interesting. Like I've heard concepts of. Maybe this is a
yeah.
private contractor and they're not legally allowed to survey. That's why they haven't come forward because they're open to litigation. Even with the alien shit, I'm like, oh,
I don't think
draw-
it's aliens.
But yeah, even if it was, it's like, oh well, what if aliens would camouflage themselves as drones to fit in? And I'm like, it's not common for drones to just be all over the fucking sky. Like, you don't think they're smart? Like, nothing I even I would assume that nothing I even say is gonna hail in comparison to the intelligence of like something beyond. So it's stupid to even speculate because like, what am I doing at that point?
yeah.
But with that stuff, it would make sense for if you really wanted to camouflage, to just appear as something that's familiar. Mm-hmm. People know what drones are. But
mean-
them being all over the fucking sky for the most part in America specifically isn't normal.
My dad had
maybe another.
my dad had actually had a good theory.
Yeah.
Because like you see him at nighttime, and from night you can tell like
China.
the power grid and all that a lot better. Like everything, he thinks it's Amazon scouting out like the power grids and everything for drone deliveries.
That's actually really smart.
why would that not be-
Honestly, that would make sense.
Why would that not be? Why would you have to? Not
because you're trying,
disclose
you have to
that?
map it out. Like I have
No,
no
why
idea.
would you not disclose
Who
that
knows?
and warn the public
I
that
don't know.
this is going to
Here's the
happen?
thing.
I think people are being too tinfoil hat about it, and it's like,
Usually the most.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as two tinfoil hat. I'll
The
tell you that
only
right now.
thing about that theory that doesn't make sense is these drones are found looking over sensitive areas like power plants and military.
You mean
base.
tell me
my
that they?
no spot.
You mean they don't get Amazon packages either? What if you're there and you're like,
Yeah, but there's a no-fly zone for military zones.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, what if porch pirates learn how to fly now?
Oh, they're
They're
just
gonna
kind
steal them right out of the air.
like, oh god. We will eventually find out what it is, and
Yeah.
I'm
I
not.
don't think so.
I'm not too
I
worried.
think it's just some like government testing is all. Like,
Is this on or off?
I think it's on.
I think it's off.
I've heard reports that they're coming from the ocean,
Yes.
Oh,
and I don't know if they mean under the sea,
I think
or they could be like docking from a boat or some shit. You think it's Captain Phillips too?
I think it's a.
I'm the captain now.
I think it's a different country.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying it's Canada?
No.
Ooh.
That would come from the north.
What
not
if
the sea.
all of our fans out in Turkey and Hungary what if they're like acting? What if they're like, you know what, we got to do something about this true crime going on in America, and they keep sending drones our way to try to help this show out.
that's
know.
you know what? Maybe
Thank you if you're doing that.
sure.
You're making things interesting. You're turning things into a movie.
I
Again.
mean, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the whole H.G. Wells
1938.
1938
Yeah.
radio World of Worlds.
You know.
Can you feel the heat? It's like it's getting there.
But
I have a correction thing for you from. Let's see here.
I love being corrected.
I know it's
This
your.
is called Crass's Corrections.
It's your favorite.
Yeah, I gotta make a little like a stinger, like audio stinger. Yeah, like some kind of Jeopardy. You know, like Jay Leno's running out, a brisk walk to the mic for his
Okay.
monologue.
So remember how we were talking about like the Heimlich maneuver, and you're like, can anyone actually choke because they're getting the Heimlich maneuver
Yeah.
done to them?
Yeah, of course.
So I have Rich. He sent us a voice memo
Okay.
to kind of educate.
Oh, great! I'm so curious about that.
I know. Here you go.
Can you choke from the Heimlich?
Hi, Jess, and hi, Piper, and a big hi to Chris. Hope you guys are
Shouts
keeping
out.
okay. So the discussion about the Heimlich maneuver and if doing it can cause you to choke. So
I'm
I
listening.
would say in the 20 years I've worked frontline emergency, I've never heard of this happen. I had a quick research as well because I always like to check, and there's nothing reported about that happening.
Okay.
The Heimlich maneuver, or abdominal thrusts as it is now called,
I love those.
it is more about kind of forcing that spare air in your lungs up to push whatever the blockage is out. And it's very
What if it's
unlikely
10
that
marshmallows?
anything in your mouth would stay in your mouth when you're choking. You will spit it out, or it'll fall out because of the position and the force
called a
of that
radio
kind of
rib.
lift of the sort of the diaphragm to force that air out of your lungs.
And then
Hi, Jess.
Lungs.
As an extra bit, with somebody choking, we would normally suggest that they lean forward and encourage them to cough. That coughing motion is normally enough to dislodge anything that's sort of blocking the trachea.
Here's cat
The
crying.
next option would be back slaps. So lean them forward a bit.
Yeah, why does he
them 5
give
good
his
back
cat a
slaps,
back slap?
And then you'd move on to
cat
those
goes,
abdominal thrusts. Now, I would always recommend a good first aid course. So it makes my life easier, and I'm sure fellow paramedics, it makes their life easier as well if the hard work's been done before we've got there.
Hell
So I
yeah.
would always recommend a first aid course if you've got the chance to do it. I would also like to apologise if you can hear some little meowing in the back of my my little ramble here. I have a small cat who does not understand that she cannot go out. At quarter
That is a
past
small
midnight,
cat. Talk
when
about
it's raining and
molecules.
dark.
Now,
As an extra bit,
That
what
is
was his name again?
never,
I'm s-
Rich, never ever apologize for a cat crying. I love it.
yes.
I love the cat.
I have a new question. I have a new question
I
for
don't know
Rich.
what the
Alright.
cat looks like. but I
Can
love
Rich
it.
read me Harry Potter? Because his voice is
You can listen to him
soothing.
forever, right?
It's so soothing.
Right?
I-
Imagine the
I would-
Hedwig
Rich is the
scene.
best.
I would love it.
So,
yeah.
what is your new question for Rich?
Is there such thing as last aid?
What?
First
Last
aid?
aid? I think isn't that like your funeral?
First aid, last aid.
That's like getting embalmed.
Yeah, mortuary science.
Sometimes the last line, that last line of
Okay.
defense is what you need.
Anything else medical that you need that you're curious about?
My ass is pretty itchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
right.
Okay. Okay.
It's medical.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It might. It might just be.
One time, I'll tell you off mic. It's a funny story, but we were talking about. Oh, fuck it. We were talking about. He was like doing a call or whatever, and I forget what he said. I'm like, oh, he showed me a picture of a screen, and it had like I didn't understand the coding, and I thought it said a bad word. He's like, yeah, we always put a code in there. Like, oh yeah, nice lady, broken leg, kind of a cunt. Like it was just like
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know.
it was funny.
Like how.
I'm butchering it, but like whatever. It was.
I know. I get what you're saying. It's
He's
like,
from cunt is okay.
I say it all the time. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a good word.
but is it a term of endearment? Like, obviously, I would assume cunt still means cunt. Like, it still means good and bad. In
Should we bleep it out? Is
Cunt?
it too much?
It's a
What, should I
funny
bleep
word.
out
I
cunt?
love it.
I don't know for a sponsor.
That's a good point.
You have a sponsor.
We do.
Yeah, Beyblade.
Beyblade.
You snurf for nothing.
Can I show Jess how it's actually made?
Oh, we didn't do that yet, and I also have
Yes.
a story.
What?
I don't know what's. We got 21 minutes. We're
Okay,
20
we
minutes
have
in.
a pretty hefty thing to go over in a little bit, so we
yeah,
will.
let's- We got some fun stuff. There's been a lot of developments. We got the drones. We got Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
We got there's ribs here.
Lot of-
That's another
We
thing.
got popcorn buckets.
We do got popcorn buckets. The Nosferatu sarcophagi limited. And you said they were going for how much on fucking eBay?
So I was looking it up, and the cheapest one I found was like $60, but the most expensive I found was $300.
You're
That's
an
crazy.
asshole.
Give
if
it
you
a year.
spend $300 on a popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's the exclusivity.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hey, listen.
Now,
I bought it because I like Robert Eggers.
Sure.
I love Nosferatu. And for Wonder Time.
Okay. Enough said.
fun.
All right, what do you have to show me?
So it's this guy on YouTube named Hugbees with 2 G's, and he does voiceovers of how it's made.
just show her. Just
But
don't
it's so
don't give it
Okay.
away.
All right.
Just show her.
Okay.
This is one about the chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, get
It's
it close
so
closer
funny.
to the mic if you can.
Has it, chocolate chip cookies were invented in 1930 by an American innkeeper who ran out of baker's chocolate.
It gets funny, I promise you.
Improvised by breaking a
Piper, shut
semi-sweet
the
chocolate
fuck up.
bar into small pieces. Instead of melting, the chocolate merely softened, dotting the cookie with chocolate chips.
Okay.
They look homemade, and they taste homemade. But this home is a factory. Each ingredient goes into an industrial-sized mixer, starting with edible detergent to help clean the machinery during the cookie-making process.
What?
Then brown sugar is added, followed by an industrial-sized cube of butter.
Holy shit.
For other types of cookies, industrial-sized spheres or pyramids of butter may be used for different consistencies. A really big mixing thing pulverizes the ingredients thoroughly for as long as it takes to pulverize them. Then it's time for the secret ingredient, chocolate chips.
Oh.
Next, flour,
Okay.
Wait,
followed by ground flours. And then powdered flours from
the ground.
Oh.
The final ingredients are beaten whole eggs and vanilla beans harvested in Madagascar, New Jersey.
I don't remember that part.
Cookie dough begins to look like cookie dough. The factory is secretive about recipe specifics, but if you're curious, they're exactly the same ingredients you'd find in a tube of Pillsbury cookie dough,
Oh.
except with more natural flavor. After scooping up a handful to munch on, workers transfer the cookie dough.
I mean, I would too.
Dude, that's great.
This because it not only forms the cookie dough, but it formerly used to be a machine designed to crush baby chicks during poultry.
Shut the fuck up.
The machine creates the cutest little dough rounds.
Stop.
Flash frozen in a freeze tunnel for distribution to hotels and restaurants.
God.
Operate under a technicality to claim they serve fresh baked cookies. Even though businesses are too lazy, cheap, and deceitful to do any of the baking themselves. The freeze tunnel also coats the dough in an extra ingredient to make them more addictive, if you know what I mean.
No, no.
Exiting the freeze tunnel, each and every cookie passes onto the next conveyor belt, Please ignore the 2 cookies that have fallen out of line on the bottom of your screen. They will be punished for insubordination once filming it.
Okay.
Packaging section is
All right. How long is this fucking thing?
and also
It's 5
really
minutes.
boring to watch, so we'll be skipping over.
It reminds me of another 5 minute,
To an automatic
We're 2 minutes in.
5 minute file.
measures the
We can move on. We don't listen
All right.
to the whole thing.
Yeah.
I get the gist. I will be watching those probably later because it seems
so
soothing.
Yeah.
funny.
Yes.
I will send you the whole playlist. They're
Get so elevated by
I get what you're saying.
yeah, but picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
That you're like, I need something just to zone out to.
Of course.
That is soothing. You know what I've found that really soothes me?
Leprechaun 1993.
No, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
I put on Charlie Brown Christmas, and it was the
Good
most.
grief.
It was like the most comforting, soothing thing, and it made me feel better. Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's patient.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like
Charlie
just like,
Brown is the most patient
it's just
show.
like a gentle show. It's just like, huh.
No one's ever yelling, and when they're yelling, it's not too loud. You're not like, ugh. Oh, the teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's got a way with words.
All right. So
I have a story. Can I?
Go-
Oh, no. Okay. We can. You can
No,
go.
no, no.
We're at 25.
No.
We still have 5 minutes till halfway.
go.
Are you gonna trust me? It's a good story.
I trust you.
So, there's a character that comes in. You know what I'm trying to say? They come into place of work, and there's a certain kind of aroma that emits. Uh huh. You understand what I'm saying? No, it's
Well,
not that.
I'm trying to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. See, isn't that crazy that you have to fucking narrow it
Is it
down?
a?
Yeah.
Is it a? It's a daytime.
It's a daytime thing.
All right.
For
I
the
think-
most part.
I think I know. I think I already know.
all right. I don't think. Let's not get into
Okay.
names because you guys aren't
We're
gonna
not
know
gonna.
who it is.
We're not gonna talk about.
But I'm
names.
telling you what, you're gonna know this person more than you would in person with my descriptions.
Okay,
Understand?
go for it.
So this person comes in, and it's a whole to do. There's a bunch of people in. It's like a weird little rush, right? And I'm helping customers. I'm helping them. Someone drops $1. Measly old little George Washington, right? Crumpled up beyond. It's like this thing is hurting.
Oh, God.
So I pick it up, and then I put it on the counter because I don't know whose it is, and it's not just mine.
Right.
In fact, was the one that picked it up and found it. So I said, "Oh, of course, I'll just put this aside." And then once the smoke cleared, fog settled, something started to come into the
No.
aroma sphere.
No.
I'm calling it the aroma sphere.
Sure.
No.
And
I wish we had 4D smell.
it's believe me, this 5D. What I'm about to explain. So this thing, and I realize whose it is based on smellokinesis.
Oh, God.
No.
And
dollar.
yes, I know.
wait.
I found out who it was based on the dollar. It was
can I-
it was a
Can I
physical
s-
footprint.
Can I say the name to you, and we bleep it?
That's who I was
Of
thinking.
course.
Yeah.
So I picked this thing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of dead at this point. So I decide to make a funny. I hold this thing by the Achilles heel.
Okay.
I hold this thing by the
By the
Achilles heel.
scruff?
And I spray Lysol into this point blank
God.
until it's translucent.
Right.
I
Dripping.
I could see the sun through this fucking thing. I could watch the eclipse through this dollar, right? It's
Yeah.
that
you see the
Lysol,
drones through it.
right? And what I do, everyone's laughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I smack it on the wall and I slide. I slick it to the wall,
Yeah. You paper mache it.
and it sticks perfectly. And I was like, we're gonna keep that there. We can hands up.
Okay.
Like
Stay
Mr.
where I
Krabs'
can see
dollar
you.
bill.
Yeah, stay where I can
Like-
see you. And then hours go by. Maybe 4 hours go by. We all take breaks. You know, there's change of shift, all this stuff. I see that the corners are frayed, and I go to feel it, and it's bone dry now at this point. I lean in.
No.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Still. I'm not even fucking kidding. Still.
Did he wipe his ass?
I
with it?
don't even.
What?
This thing was like Lysol. It was like it was covered in Lysol. That's when
See,
I realized that angels were real.
Jesus Christ.
When I
Yeah. When you work with the public and deal with money and all
Yeah.
that, you're gonna.
it's a feat. That's what I said. I said that's a
Sometimes-
feat. That is like an
Yeah.
attribute.
Sometimes when I count out the register at the end of the night, actually all the time, my fingers are black.
And then they smell. I was like, stop
Like-
smelling them.
Yo,
I'm like-
yeah, like Piper.
Piper.
I'm
I just
like,
like look down.
know-
She's just like,
I mean, like,
she's just sniffing
I'm
them.
like, why is this
You
money so
can't-
fucking nasty, bro?
But see,
like a
here's the
man
thing.
sniffing his fingers in public is probably like, oh, that guy's
Stop.
cool. That
Yeah.
guy's cool. A female doing that, it's like, what the fuck? Tell me that's not. I've never thought of that.
Is
that jarring?
I don't smell my fucking fingers.
Yeah, but if you saw a woman in the store, wouldn't it be a little more interesting?
Jesus Christ.
It would be a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Enough about the finger sniffing.
That guys, that was drone coverage.
Okay, well, for tonight's
Oh, good lord.
Right.
main topic,
Yes.
let me get there. Hang on one second.
people?
No. We are going to be talking about, since it was your birthday, and I'm like, it's a special occasion, why don't we get into the story of Dear David?
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't even do Dear David yet,
No.
right? We've only
We're-
talked about
We
it.
only
in
talked
passing.
about him in passing. But tonight we were going to actually get into it.
I'm so.
Are you excited?
I'm excited as fuck.
We're gonna take-
We're
I'm
going to
excited
read
as fuck.
to you the Twitter thread of Dear David.
Yes.
Do you want to sip of this before you start?
I kind of do.
Okay.
Can I?
Jess is about to try
Let me see.
something special.
Piper has alcohol. You can't have it.
We are looking at Lancaster Brewing Co.'s Shoe Fly Pie Porter, not a sponsor.
It smells.
Beautiful.
You can smell the molasses.
You can.
Yes.
Very.
But it flows.
All right.
It's not as dark as you would think.
It's good.
Bottoms up.
It's good. And it's a familiar porter, but it's good. Not as spicy as Zevich, but it might nudge it.
It's really good. For being a porter, I don't like porters.
I like porters a lot.
But those are that thing was slam.
It's almost like savory.
It is like I've seen that with
Can I at least give
some
it a sniff?
porters. They're like
You may have a
umami.
little sip.
Okay.
Yeah, where are all the umami beers?
It almost has
The
like
Gordale- the
All right,
Gordale
hear me
was-
out. It has a soy sauce taste to it.
And it has the soy sauce look.
Doesn't it taste like soy sauce?
Just a tidge.
A tidge.
A tidge.
A
A
tidge.
tidge? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Well, now it is.
I mean, it's good. I bet you it's really good when it's like real
Tidge
cold.
means like
yeah.
this much.
A smidge?
Nothing will
I know
ever
a
beat
smidge.
Zevich Porter for me. That is my most favorite beer,
Yeah, Zevich.
It's not bad though.
which we haven't had that in a long, long
No, we
time.
have
And
not.
actually, I don't even really drink anymore.
No.
So I would
It's a time of year.
if we had.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
It is.
You know, I do love.
Poland
I do
fucks.
love beer. I do. I'm a beer girl. That's
Pierogies.
This will also be the last Christmas
I have
that
the
I am
Polish
not
bar
21.
that we can
that's
go
true.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, tonight's episode is Dear David.
Dear
Yes.
David. So we will be reading the BuzzFeed article by Mr. Adam Ellis, the man who
Himself.
experienced Dear David himself.
So wait, can you reference to people?
All right, so Dear David started as a Twitter thread from this guy, Adam Ellis, who is an illustrator. He said that his apartment was being haunted by the ghost of a child, David. And this kid has like, it looks like his head's crushed in a little bit.
Oh, the picture. Okay,
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So it goes, my apartment is being haunted by the ghost of a dead child, and I'm not sure what to do. He goes, for the last couple months, I've been dealing with a ghost.
Grab a hanger.
Stop it. Okay, well, for tonight, we are actually going to be doing Dear David. Mm-hmm. It's time to finally give you the full story.
Am I ready for this?
I think you are.
You think so?
But before that, we have a little something.
We
So
do.
hang on.
You have a little something, huh?
That lit up the whole room.
That was. I hoped I caught that on audio. That was a really crisp match that was just lit.
It was nice.
That's a wood match if I have ever heard one.
Smells delightful.
It does smell nice. It smells like fire and brimstone here.
I know this is a copyrighted song, isn't it?
I mean, if we sing it out of key.
Happy
Birthday to me. Happy birthday to me is not copyrighted.
Happy birthday
To me.
You guy. That
Guys, it was my birthday.
Birthday, dear Chris.
Dear David.
And David.
Yes.
Happy
Bobby,
birthday to you.
Okay, guys, I'm making a wish. can you hear the wish? I'm gonna put like.
Make a wish.
Big titty golf girl.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
That better come true,
Oh,
or I'm
fucking
gonna
yeah, let's
fucking
go.
lose it.
Okay.
Birthday boy gets the candle cupcake.
I want a green one, Mom.
Okay.
See, I almost picked the green Christmas tree, but I picked the red balloon instead. 99 cents.
Alright, what do you want?
Green one.
A green one?
Mom, I want a green one.
And this is one of the heaviest cupcakes I've ever held in my life.
It
This
is
is
dense.
delectable.
ShopRite specialty.
Now, is the party favor? Is this a ring or is this edible?
It's ring.
Oh,
You can eat it if you want.
yeah. I was gonna say it might
Yeah.
might break a molar.
We already have
Anything's-
microplastics.
Anything's edible if you're brave
Yeah,
enough.
and we already have the microplastics. Might
Might
as well
as
go
well.
macroplastics.
Okay.
I say eat Tupperwares. I say eat those little.
There are so many
Tupperwares.
microplastics in my system.
Alright, let's see here.
Word.
All right, so we are going to be reading from Bustle. It's an article by Lucia Peters. And it's here's every creepy tweet Adam Ellis has posted about Dear David. In case you were living under a Twitter rock in 2017, then you probably caught wind of the creepily enthralling Dear David story. A supposedly true tale that developed over a series of tweets by writer and illustrator Adam Ellis. For months, Ellis weaved a haunting Twitter story about how his apartment was being haunted by the ghost of a dead child named Dear David, and documented all the strange and seemingly supernatural experiences that came along with it. If you're just catching up, Ellis's Wakelet service as a catch-all for every Twitter thread he launched throughout the tale. But we've compiled an even more concise summary, complete with some discoveries made by Ellis's Twitter followers too.
Really?
Yes. To offer some background, the original Dear David story thread debuted during the summer of 2017 and continued through the winter of 2018.
That long.
Yeah. Through hundreds of spine-tingling tweets, Ellis painted a horror movie-worthy picture of his haunting, complete with frightening yet engrossing photos, videos, sound recordings, and descriptions of spectral visits from Dear David himself. Whether you're of the opinion that the saga is an exercise in extremely creative storytelling or social media proof of an actual haunting, you could probably understand why Ellis's nearly 1 million followers kept their eyes glued to the Twitter feeds as the Dear David story unfolded. Me being one of them, I was obsessed.
And never heard about it until you said something.
Really?
I didn't. To be fair, same for me. I didn't know it until they brought it to my attention.
I
And I was
was-
suffice to say, I was spooked.
But it kind of reminds me of the story of Marble Hornets, if you ever watched
Oh, Marble Hornets. I feel like Piper would know. What
Yeah,
that is.
I know with Slenderman and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows all the old
I was
YouTube shit.
I was 13 when this Twitter thread came out, and
Dear David.
yeah,
Holy
and
fuck.
I remember like
Thanks for making us
Just
feel
as
old.
big.
Jesus Christ. I was already working at where I work.
sorry.
You're already retired.
But yeah, I remember one of my favorite like horror YouTubers, Rainbot, made a video about it, and I remember watching it. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, when I
Like,
saw those
blew my
pictures,
little 13-year-old mind.
when I saw a little boy with no, his legs weren't visible, and
Mm-hmm.
he's sitting there floating with his back turned to the camera, that did something to me.
Calm.
No,
Okay,
Jesus Christ, Rip.
All right, let's go.
It made me scared.
All right, I'm not finished.
Okay.
right.
Oh, come on, you can't say that after that.
Stop. The story doesn't end there, however. In November of 2021, Deadline reported that Dear David will be made into a movie directed by John McPhail, who, known for his 2017 zombie flick Anna and the Apocalypse.
Great.
The-
Two movies
Was that a
I've never heard.
McPhail?
Jesus Christ, okay. The plot will reportedly tell the story of Adam Ellis, a former BuzzFeed employee and social media content creator who becomes haunted by the ghost of a boy possessed by a demonic entity.
So he
Per
worked-
Deadline.
He worked for BuzzFeed.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Bust
Okay.
feed.
On January 4th, The Hollywood Reporter broke news that Justin Long, Augustus Prue, and Andrea Bang had joined the cast of Dear David the movie. With Prue set to play Ellis, Long cast as the head of BuzzFeed, and Bang in another supporting role. A movie had been in the works since early 2018 per The Wrap, but stalled. If you're ready to dive into the world of Dear David, full story, we've broken down the key points and tweets into a list of titled and dated entries, complete with embedded media and additional commentary. The embeds focus largely on the media Ellis posted himself, photos, videos, audio recordings, etc. But we've also included some edited versions of photos and poignant tweets from Ellis's followers to help shed light on details that some of us may have missed. We'll keep updating this post and when more of the story unfolds, but here's a tweet-by-tweet account of the Dear David full story from the very first nightmare through the conclusion. Piper, please take it away because I cannot handle talking anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
That's scary. It almost feels like David is
So,
in here.
on August 7th, 2017, I started with weird dreams and suspicious cats. So, my apartment is currently being haunted by the ghost of a dead child, and he's trying to kill me. Thread. Ellis began his story with a thread dated August 7th in it. He described a weird dream he had several months prior about a child with a misshapen head appearing seated on a green rocking chair he kept in his bedroom. The first time I saw him, I was experiencing sleep paralysis and saw a child sitting in the green rocking chair at the foot of my bed. He had a huge misshapen head that was dented on one side. I did my best to draw it, and he drew him. Here's what he looks like.
That's
Fucking
that's weird head.
scoops.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It looks like someone took a melon baller.
Just like,
Yeah.
Took a
like,
took
is
a
it
ball
cake?
out. yeah. Is it cake? It is.
Is it cake or a child's head?
Oh,
A child's soft spot.
no. Okay.
In the dream, the child had gotten out of the armchair and begun shambling towards Ellis, who sat in bed feeling paralyzed. He awoke before the child reached him. A few nights after this initial dream, Ellis had a second dream in which a little girl told him who he was dealing with. Dear David. I had another dream a few nights later where I was in a library and a girl came up to me and said, "You've seen Dear David, haven't you?" And I was like, "Who?" And she said, "Dear David, you saw him." She told Ellis that David is dead. Additionally, she explained the rules of interacting with David to Ellis. He only appears at midnight, and if you see him, you can ask him 2 questions as long as you say the words "Dear David" first. However, you are never, ever to ask him 3 questions. He'll kill you if you do.
Now,
Damn. 3 questions.
question.
Austin Powers.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw him another night, can you ask him 2 more questions?
I think it's just like you get 2 questions per night.
Yeah, but you gotta wait a while because you can only ask him at midnight. So,
But also, like-
for fucking hours,
Yeah, what if
11 hours, 58 minutes to fucking.
what if you
wait?
stay up till like 1 a.m. and then you're like, I guess I'm not seeing him tonight.
It's like a...
Yeah.
I gotta wait.
Oh, God.
Is he tardy? Is he ever?
I don't know.
Is he punctual?
Is he punctual?
I feel like ghosts are notorious for being punctual, though.
And what are these 2 questions
Like-
I can ask? Does it have to only be about him, or
I don't know.
Can I
It
be
seems
like,
like
who's
midnight.
gonna win, the Rams
If he's
or
a
the?
child, midnight is a very late time for a child to still be
Yes.
up.
It is weird for a child his age to be up,
I mean,
even in the afterlife.
Maybe when he was alive, it was the polar caps were rotated and
There was
Sure.
a different
Yeah.
mind
Time zone.
calendar still exist. It was still in play.
it was still 2012 was the end zone.
Yeah, Coney.
I,
So, in a different dream, Ellis tried asking David some questions.
What kind of questions?
In the dream, I say, "Dear David, how did you die?" He mumbles, "An accident in a
He goes,
store."
"Ow."
boo boo.
I
Sorry.
"Dear David, what happened in the store?" He groans, "A shelf was pushed on my head." I'm frozen with fear. I ask, "Who pushed the shelf?" David doesn't answer. I realize that I've asked a third question, which I'm not supposed to do. At that point, I wake up absolutely terrified. Except that he made a mistake. He asked 3 questions instead of stopping at 2. Still, though, he attempted to get to the bottom of the whole thing the next day, Googling around for kids named David or Daniel or Dylan or Devin, can't hurt to be thorough, who may have died in stores in New York after being crushed by a falling shelf. He turned up nothing. Not too long after that, the apartment above his vacated, so Ellis moved upstairs. He stopped thinking about David during this time because, well, he didn't have any reason to. He wrote that he suspected David may have lost track of him because he moved. But then we get to the point of the current thread. But lately, something strange is happening. For the past 4 nights, my cats gather at the front of the door at exactly midnight and just stare at it. It's almost like something is on the other side. And then he posts a picture of his cats at the door.
Adorable.
Yes.
Yes.
We love
Is that a
that.
pun?
Tabbies.
Wood pet.
Shows my cat at the door and you go adorable.
Yes.
Adorable.
Wow.
We love cats.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah,
We are a very cat-friendly place.
I get it.
Hey, pussy is pussy, bud.
Okay. Okay. Jesus.
Turn that fucking phone off before I slice you in half.
And if you have children,
cut 'em in half.
and if you had children in your car, don't answer the question that they're going to ask about that.
Okay.
But additionally, when Ellis looked through the peephole, he said he was positive he saw something moving on the other side. And that's where I am right now, he concluded. Dear David found me, I think. I don't know what to do. I'll keep you updated. When I opened the door and turned on the hall light, nothing was there, but my cat seemed unnerved, bushy tails, etc. And that's where I am right now. Dear David found me, I think. I don't know what to do. I'll keep you updated. Update. For the 6th night in a row, my cat has walked over to the door promptly at midnight and stared at it. Later on the evening of Tuesday, August 8th, late enough for it to technically be the early morning hours of Wednesday, August 9th, Ellis continued his story in another reply of the original thread. One cat in particular, I believe it's the cat we'd later come to know as Maxwell, seemed to be especially concerned with something outside of Ellis's apartment door. And he has the video of the cat, just sniffing around and meowing at the door. I don't think I can play it on this site, but
Wait.
I love cats.
What you guys are hearing is the sound of the cats standing outside the door.
Menacingly.
It's just
Menacing.
staring at the door,
Yes.
just
It's
meowing.
Mr. Bean. He's playing with a feather outside the door.
You imagine you see tiny little fingers
Ew.
coming right the door, just
Fuck that. I would stomp those fucking things flat.
little toddler fingers.
Nope. I would give him the Mel Gibson from Signs treatment.
Stop.
Kitchen knife next to the sliced carrots.
Okay.
Ellis was curious, but still frightened, so he took a photograph of the hallway outside his door through the peephole. He had trouble seeing anything in it, though, so he bucked up his courage, opened the door, and took a second photograph of the hallway with nothing obstructing the camera's lens. I couldn't tell, so I mustered the courage to open the door. Nothing was out there, but I took another photo. Is it just me, or is there something in the first photo, right where the banister meets the shelves, hiding on the stairs? And he...
And this was the what do they call that? Fisheye peephole footage.
Peephole just basically
photos?
a view in the peephole.
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 So,
Wow.
so he shows a picture of
Here, bring the mic. Can you bring the mic
Yeah.
with you? And also, what you guys are looking at, or what you guys are, what I'm seeing right now, is a photo. I'm guessing from a phone or a camera through the peephole,
Yeah.
showing directly outside of the door, and it does look like something is there.
Yeah.
And then upon opening the door,
There's
it's just an
nothing.
open with a staircase. What is that?
Yeah.
Dark green felt
Yeah.
carpet, like a
there's
pool
a very
table,
obvious
like 70s,
change
very
in-
70s look.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is my thing. People would first instinct. Let's play devil's advocate. What
Yeah.
are people gonna say? That is smudge,
Yeah.
right? Smudge, occlusion,
Yes.
glare.
So he says.
Is there a control, like with nothing, like the peephole with nothing?
When he compared the two photos, he became convinced that there was something lurking in the first one. So he took the one he took through the peephole. So he took a second peephole photograph just to be sure. Is it just me, or is Sorry, I read that one already.
okay.
But I wasn't sure if it was a smudge or something, he says. So
Oh, look at that.
so I took his second photo from inside. There was something out there. And he shows us 2 more photos of the people.
It's
This is
Hugh
some
Neutron.
freaky shit.
Hey!
I don't know.
Yeah, the only time I've ever seen a peephole be scary is like what Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
But the only time they use the
For
people
me-
in fucking movies finally.
For me, it's like difficult, but like to see anything, but I feel like I could make something out in the shadows if I stared at it for long enough.
Could be a bogus gas man.
I'm here to ransack your house. Still
Unsure of what else to do, he deadbolted his door and climbed into bed. I am pretty scared, he wrote. In the replies to this thread, Ellis also revealed that his building used to be an old house. It had been converted into apartments some time ago. This is him responding to one of his followers. A follower named Isaac Fitzgerald says, not to be all Dana Scully about this, but is there a chance that what you're seeing in the hallway is another cat or another animal? Nope, I live in a house. There is no real way for an animal to be in the hall.
Is it a?
And maybe it's a house that's like divided into apartments.
Yeah, he says it's
Yeah.
it's like a duplex. It's an old house that was converted into 2 apartments. Useful information. He also says it's on August 10th through 11th, 2017. More of the same. It's been pretty quiet tonight. I'm gonna try out a sleep talk app to see if anything happens during the night. I'm
Puffing
headed to
scream
bed.
at.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, that's a good
Trolling him.
plug. Yeah.
I'm headed to bed, but the cats are back at the door. They only do this in the middle of the night. It is routine now. Several nights pass with the cats continuing to gather at the door around midnight. And here we go, just minutes before midnight. And he takes another video of his cats just gathering at the door.
just being adorable.
Yes. He noted...
Wait, okay, let's say there's no fucking ghost. What the fuck is at the door?
I don't
Is there
know.
mice?
It's like DoorDash.
Yeah, they're waiting on a mice stash. Like, what is it? Why would they gather? What kind of ritualistic
I don't
fucking?
know.
Okay, go on.
Maybe his neighbors are like cooking something. And they're like,
be.
ooh.
Tuna fish. He opens tuna fish at midnight every time.
Someone just eats cat food in the hallway.
It's Charlie it's Charlie Day next
Yeah.
door. He's open.
About
He's
to play
eating
Nightcrawlers.
cat food so he can go to sleep
Yeah.
because of all the noise of the cats.
It's fucking long legs.
It is long.
What man now?
Fuck that. He's Dear David. He grew up.
Yeah. Here he is, the almost birthday boy.
Almost birthday.
He noted that he was intending to get a sleep app to see if he could record anything happening while he was asleep. Additionally, he attempted to draw a line of protection in front of the door with salt, as several Twitter users had suggested in the comments replying to his previous tweets.
Skeleton key.
He
Hocus pocus.
shows another picture of his cats saying they're both there now, and the ring of salt, and it says, I don't even know if this is the right kind of salt.
The cats are just like playing in the salt.
Yeah.
It's not kosher. It has to be kosher salt.
Yeah, it has to say L'chaim.
Things.
Yeah, we'll be out.
Pink Himalayan sea salt.
He's speaking of Himalayas. He got something on his peaks over here.
Oh, God.
He's peeking.
Things didn't really start to
Peeking
pick
in the
up.
Reekin.
Shut up.
Okay, go on. Fight.
Things didn't really start to pick up until the next morning, though. I used the sound app to record my apartment last night. It makes individual recordings each time it hears something. There were 33 recordings. In the morning of August 11th, a Friday, Ellis shared the results of his sleep app experiment. Although most of the recordings weren't of interest, there were 3 he thought might be worth listening to a little more closely. The first is a snapping sound and what seems like a single step.
That's all you hear. Is
A single step.
Oh my God.
You can go.
Okay.
going.
The first is a snapping sound and what seems like a single step. It's odd because I didn't get out of bed all night. And then he has a SoundCloud link to the sound. I don't know if I can play it. Let's see if I can. Takes me right to my SoundCloud. Woo. Okay.
Piper's a SoundCloud rapper.
No.
Oh my god. I can see that.
Oh God, my shit would be awful.
Hey, my name is Piper.
Pipes.
I'm a Piper.
Jesus Christ.
you like a viper.
Damn, I'm getting higher.
Okay.
My name is Piper.
This is my 13th reason.
Sniper.
Ooh,
God.
sniper.
Try no piping.
But here is the
Piper no piping. Piper no piping.
this is the sound. Fucking SoundCloud might play an ad. Hang on. No. Wait. No, I don't want that.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the one. And then this one is weird because out of 33 recordings, this is the only one that has that strange electric sound throughout. And then he gives us a sample of the electric static.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Gotta pause it
And this
before.
is static from what? What
It's
is
just like his sleep app.
That's what it's that. No, that was.
Yeah.
And it said what the sleep app would periodically choose to record,
I guess.
and that was
Yeah.
something that it
If
chose.
is sound-
And that was the only recording that had like a weird like electric static. And then there was one with like a snap and then like a step sound, which was weird because he didn't get out of bed like at all during the night.
And I'm guessing there's like a threshold in terms of audio. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if I'm guessing he just used this standard microphone on the
Yeah.
phone or not a third party.
I think so. I think he just uses like the standard like one that comes with the
I'd be
phone.
using like 5 different mics,
But this
catch something.
this directly follows the electric static, another snap, and then I groan in my sleep. And then he sends another, and then he shows us like another recording, which I'll play. I think this is the last one.
Excuse me.
I mean, it could have just been like a
Yeah.
one of the cats.
He
Yeah.
was, like could have.
Or like when you when I roll over,
Like
I
someone,
probably
what if
make
someone offered him a coffee in a dream and he was full?
He says, these happened between 2 and 3 a.m. I have no explanation for them. I'll keep recording and share if I find anything curious. However, he didn't know enough about them to be able to theorize much about what they might mean.
Hell was coming.
And then he updates again on August 12th, the face in the photograph. He says, getting the F out of my haunted apartment for the weekend. Peace sign emoji, a ghost emoji. And then he sends a picture of himself where there might be like a face in the window, like the door frame behind him or
Like
whatever.
The Grudge.
Yeah. So like that's him, and then I think it's something in here where there's like a weird face.
Because at first glance, that looks like
Yeah.
Sinister.
Yeah.
That looks like the Sinister guy.
Can I see that real quick?
Yeah. Just hang on one second. My thing's bugging out right now.
Okay, well, since this article actually goes on for a super duper long time,
There's a lot of info.
it's a lot.
I didn't know it was this
It's a
in-depth.
really big thread. So we will be doing a two-parter. We will finish Dear David next week, because there's still a lot to go over. It goes on for a while. But it does keep in spirit with Chris's birthday, because last time we did do John Bonet. That was
John Bonet.
That was a lot of fun going through John Bonet.
That was
lot
our
of fun.
our only
Yes.
other two-parter. So it seems like, we make Chris's birthday a big event
Appreciate
around
that.
here.
Look at that. Look at that.
You're celebrated more than we
I'm
are.
feeling the love.
You should. You should.
It hasn't sunk in yet.
Yeah.
You're
it's
like
the
our little
13th.
you're like our little star.
You are.
I'm a big star.
You are.
I'm a real big star.
Yeah, reverse it, and that's how.
Rats. I'm a
And
rats.
Rib, if you are around next week,
I'll see what's up.
see what's up. You're absolutely welcome back.
Hell yeah.
I always have so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris, didn't you say you were saying there's a creepypasta that kind of reminds you? of what's going on with
and this is
the
short.
whole. All right, take it away.
So with keeping up with the whole Dear David thing, he starts to investigate, and he decides to record himself audio while he slept. Right.
Okay.
This one is called La Nuit.
Ooh.
It means the night.
Oh,
I think. I hope so.
but a tune it. I don't know.
Ratatouille. Ratatouille. All right. La Nuit. In France, a young ambient musician by the name of Charles undertook an interesting new project. He was going to record the sound of himself sleeping and release it under the name La Nuit, the night. Charles lived alone in a rural area, which would remove things like car alarms, traffic, and such things from being recorded. He planned his project for many months, acquiring the sensitive equipment to capture all outside noises as well as his own during sleep. Finally, on the 27th of September, he decided to execute his plan. He set up all of his equipment and fell asleep at midnight.
Ooh.
The next day, Charles reviewed the recording. For the first hour, the recorder played his own tossings and turnings, as well as some distant dog barks and a few car alarms. So much for his plan to distance himself from cars. These continued throughout the second hour as well, until Charles heard something that horrified him.
The
fuck is that?
Oh no!
It fucking stinks.
Jesus.
At exactly 3 hours and 24 minutes in, the record played the sound
It started to get really smelly in there.
of his bedroom door opening.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yes.
And then
It
out
was
came...
the green. It was the green cloud looking for his nose. It opened the doorknob and then followed him to his nose. And he floated out of bed with with the Ebenezer Scrooge sleep hat.
Ebenezer? Is that what you said?
Yeah, isn't it?
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer who?
Ebenezer.
Is it Ebenezer?
No more cheeses for us Mises.
Is it really Ebenezer?
It's Ebenezer.
Who's Ebenezer?
Nobody.
No, because Jim Carrey says that as the Grinch.
Yeah.
Ebenezer who?
Yeah. 'cause
I
he's
hate-
just being. He's
hate,
just
hate, hate.
trying. He's making him funny.
Double hate.
Yeah.
I heard something about a second one. He said, "Oh, I'd be open to making the Grinch too if I don't have to. If you can just CGI
No one
me
wants
green."
that.
Jim's way off.
Nobody wants
Something's going on with him.
Stop taking
He is
mushrooms.
off his rocker.
Yeah.
that. No, there's. Please stop making movies. Like, not Jim Carrey. Like, he's fine.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
stop making sequels way after the fact when no one gives a shit.
Stop
Yeah.
making remakes.
Beetlejuice sucked.
I had no desire to see that.
It
Yeah, man.
sucked balls. The only good thing about Beetlejuice
Mm.
was,
Michael Keaton.
well, yeah, obviously.
You can't ever go wrong. Yeah.
You can't do him wrong at all. He's
Right.
phenomenal. But
His makeup looked dumb as fuck. Way too dark, and it looked like
Well, 'cause think about it this way.
Spirit Halloween fucking.
He
getup.
has aged because
No,
he's.
the makeup was the wrong colors.
Yeah.
It was the makeup. It had nothing to do with his skin being old, and it was like whoever did the makeup fucked up.
I don't know. It just.
My opinion.
Those movies, it's obviously just a cash grab. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
need to be done.
No,
Like, let's
it's
stop.
fanfare. It's like
Let's stop.
fanfare.
Because
also,
sequels,
dumbass,
never be a
that was
movie.
Wednesday.
What?
Like, who cares about Wednesday?
like sequels and remakes are just oversaturating Hollywood. Like, I'm upset that they're making a remake of American Psycho, because it's just it's part of the whole commentary of that movie was that that's stupid. Like,
Oh wait, the Austin Butler thing.
yeah, it's
I don't know what's
that's
going on with
dumb.
that.
And
Like,
not just
I don't
that,
know
they
what's going on.
redid
I
like
feel
The
that's not
Crow.
real.
They redid it. It's
Yeah.
like, stop. Like, it's just come up with an original fucking idea
Exactly.
and let's move on.
Unfortunately, nothing's really original.
And you could say, like, this is my thing. Remakes or not, you wouldn't need to make as many remakes if you just decrease the output. Decrease the fucking put of movies, and you won't be constantly looking for like rehashes. If you like, but they're not gonna do that because like it's like I don't know if it's compulsive gambling. I don't know what it is. Why there
Hi.
has to be such a psychotic output of movies.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe there is a
Yeah.
demand for it. Maybe they're not even meeting the demand where it is. I don't know. I don't
I'll
know
tell
what
you-
the demand for movies is versus
I'll
how
tell you
much
right
comes
now.
out.
If they remake Jaws, I'm taking myself off the planet.
It's
you
gonna be.
see-
There's not gonna be a real fucking. It's gonna
It's
all
no,
be CGI.
It's
Did you
I'm-
see the trailer for Snow White?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
It looks rough.
bad?
Dopey has hair.
No.
He's got hair, and his ears are normal.
I mean, I didn't even know there was a trailer for Snow White.
Yeah, I think there's one or two.
It's like
Gal Gadot is what? Not Maleficent.
No.
What the fuck's her name?
The Queen,
The Evil Queen.
Sebastian.
Evil Queen. Yeah.
Sebastian.
No, that's
No,
the-
no.
Oh, it's
that's-
just the evil queen.
It's just Sebastian. That's a crab from Little Mermaid.
I was
Sebastian.
talking about the horse, the racehorse.
What racehorse are you
That's
talking about? What?
Seabiscuit.
Oh my god.
You guys, I thought you guys were gonna get that one.
No.
I was gonna do a constant like, oh, I thought it was this guy. And you're like, no, who's that? I was like, well, then who's this? And you're like, well, no, that's that guy.
Oh.
And then,
That's
and
Prince
then we would
Eric,
end up with
duh.
Dear David. It would be a great crescendo to the episode. Great turnaround. Dear David, Dent, and who? That's crazy story. The whole.
They make Dear
Dent?
Dear David. He's
Harvey
dopey.
Dent.
but like, you know, first of all, first ghost you can use is an ashtray
Yeah.
that I've seen.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Or a bowl.
what? Or a bowl? Cereal? some midnight honeycombs.
Little ice cream.
You're waiting around for him in the kitchen. You're pacing. You're like, "Where's David? I need to." I'm like fucking hankering cereal. I got whole milk. It's ice cold.
You're high.
Finally,
Like
Yeah, you're stoned. You're stoned at midnight. I was gonna say what?
speaking of stories, I am listening to a really good fucking audiobook right now.
Damn
It's
Mom's.
no.
Yeah, Tan Mom's memoir.
Damn
It's
Mom's
called
memoir.
it's called Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. And
About swamp ass.
no. And it's about this girl who works in Silicon Valley, and it's like this like very like dystopian dark take on like substance abuse and like her struggles of like the work life and how it drains her and just her mental health and like her struggles with relationships and everything. And it's very dark, twisted. It has a lot of like pomegranate like motifs and everything, and it's a really good read.
So Wizard of Oz.
No,
What is a pomegranate motif?
it's like just basically like pomegranates are like kind of like
Recurring theme.
like yeah, like a lot of like they use it for like symbolism.
They're fucking delicious. They're,
They are.
They are.
they are good.
They
you ever
are.
have a chocolate covered pomegranate?
Yes.
You're out of your mind. Shouts out to Brookside.
I was gonna say, is that
Not
Brookside?
a sponsor. Jared.
No, don't do it.
Don't make me bring up Jared. I've done it.
Don't.
He's a
don't.
great way to get out of get out of trouble.
I saw Gary Busey was trending on Twitter today.
What
I'm
happened?
always gonna
What?
call it Twitter. I don't give a shit. And my heart stopped for a second. I got
Hijacked
scared.
Santa's sleigh.
No, people were. I don't even know. As soon as I saw like he was fine and everything was.
No one told me.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm trending?
You're trending.
Gary, you're famous right now.
What?
You're famous right now.
I have found.
Don't wear it out. Wait, wrong phrase.
Yay!
Wait, why is he trending?
I don't.
He almost came out right there.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Why?
What is this trending?
All right.
The definition of a smartass is a person who passes gas intelligently. Yay!
Thanks, Gary.
That's wow, man. Horse's mouth. That's crazy.
Beautiful.
So real.
And if you guys break that down, look at all the syllables and all the consonants used. It's a secret code having to do with Dear David.
Wait. Okay. Well,
He's
here's
he,
some
like, he
more.
won't stop.
Some more. Words of wisdom from Gary.
Yeah, Gary, what do you think about the whole Dear
You know,
David
a
thing?
good way to prepare for New Year is to understand that the old year, the year we're still in now, is December the 7th, 8th.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Gary, it's
This year
the
is not
13th.
over.
I know.
And when it's over, it's in the Akashic records which is the storage of all mankind's history
Worcestershire Storage.
from the beginning to right now.
I can't really go
You
for
know
some
what?
Worcestershire Storage.
You take that and do what you will with it.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
You know,
You guys
it's
have
up
that.
for interpretation.
Remember the little decoder on Christmas Story?
Yes.
Yo,
Be
I
sure to
hope you
drink
guys
your
have yours on.
Ovaltine.
Be sure to. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I want you to break those videos down.
Yes.
Can we also say happy birthday today
Yeah.
to Dick Van Dyke?
He is 99.
He better make that. He
99.
better make that 3
Yes.
digits, man.
Yeah.
Hold
Happy
on.
birthday, Dick Van
If you
Dyke.
haven't seen it,
Happy
watch
birthday,
JJ
sir.
Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Such a banging movie.
I used to watch Dick Van Dyke Show
Dick
when I was
Van
a
Dyke
kid.
show is so good.
It is good. We watched it
Yeah.
like
So good.
7 episodes.
That
That was like
in a row.
when I was a kid. I used to fall asleep to like Nick at Night was actually like it was Dick Van Dyke. It was Mary Tyler Moore.
I don't remember ever.
It was like Laverne and Shirley. There was Happy Days. Bewitched. That was a big one.
Which is
This was
slam
Nick and
and-
Night.
That was back in
That's
the day. That's
awesome.
That's how I grew up.
That's
with
wild.
Taxi.
I had George Lopez on.
No,
we
that's
can't
it.
do nothing.
We had George Lopez, Bill Cosby, and
Like Roseanne
You know,
and
Roseanne.
Who's the boss?
Roseanne.
I remember-
love
Who's the
Roseanne.
name?
I
I loved
remember
Roseanne
waking
too
up at
before
like
she went
3 in the
nuts.
morning to the George Lopez theme song, and I was just like,
No,
Doing
What
the
the
jump
fuck?
slides on the.
yeah.
Nick at Night used to actually mean something.
Yes.
It was.
I still
My
remember
child.
that era.
Oh yeah, my mom. Yeah.
I'm like the weird in between where I got like the technology world and like the pre-technology.
No, I'm talking about like I
and
was
all
like
that
7
shit,
years
too,
old, like coming in from playing
Oh, yeah.
outside when it finally got dark and like having to lay down. I watched like I fell asleep to Bewitched. I love
Bewitched
Lucy.
is so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's
Green Acres. Green
yeah.
Acres is the place to be.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Little House on the Prairie.
I love that show.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying mid
It's
sentence.
okay. It's fine. I think that's gonna do it for us this week. We'll be back
Can we
next
go
week.
for another 2 hours?
No, this episode is gonna have so many cuts. It's gonna
I
be
know.
ridiculous.
It's okay.
Anywho, we will be back next week with Dear David Part 2. Yeah, good stuff. If you'd like to support the show and want some bonus content, you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/coffeescream.
Yes.
Follow us on X at @CScreamPod. That's C the letter Scream Pod. I am It's Just G. That's just with one S. We are on Instagram.
At Coffee and Scream Pod, and I am on Instagram as well at PiperA04.
You can find Chris and Rib every Tuesday.
Twitch.tv/WonderTime Theater.
Kick.com/WonderTime Theater.
Watch them in all their popcorn bucket glory.
Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern
Jess, it is
Standard.
also Taylor Swift's birthday. Sorry.
Well, happy birthday, Taylor Swift. I love you.
Swizzle.
I'm going to listen to All Too Well, the 10-minute version on the way home.
I'm so depressed. I act like it's my birthday.
Every day.
and Steve Buscemi.
Oh, my God.
Ah, slay, everyone.
Yeah. It's a day full of lookers.
Yes.
The only person that mattered is Dick Van Dyke, okay? He's 99.
And he's also got the coolest name.
He
'Cause It
does.
seems naughty to say,
Yeah.
but it's just right.
It's
It's
Richard.
just right.
But anyways.
It's Richard Van Dyke.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways,
Dyke.
all right.
excuse me,
Stop
sorry.
it. Stop. All right. We love you.
Yes.
Do we?
We do. We love you.
Also,
Next year,
shouts out to Rich.
Rich
Shouts out to
and his cat.
and his cat.
Yes.
We love
and his
him.
years of
Yeah.
EMT experience.
Can you like send me a audio book of you saying Harry Potter stuff?
Yeah,
like
like
I need that.
He could be like the new ad.
Rib just needs your voice constantly in his
like
life.
GPS, like a GPS.
You know what? And please solve the mystery of why his butt itches.
Dude, we gotta figure that out. We gotta get to the bottom of that. No pun
All right.
intended.
Well, until next time, guys, lock your doors and stay safe. We love you. Bye.
Bye. Good to be back.